Yes, everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to Stretford Paddock for our 3-point preview of the Manchester City game in the Carabao Cup. I'm with Karl from That United family. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
I'm all right. This definitely is our first attempt to
record
this.
100%.
100%, not our third. It's also going to be the third time that United play City this season. Is it going to be a charm or is it going to go... I
don't know. I said I'm looking forward to it, but on the other hand, not looking forward to it at the same time. But you know, it's United. We've got a big victory in us, haven't we? So
we've had the miracle in Paris. The question is, can we have a miracle in Manchester? And it will be a miracle if it does pull off. So let's go straight into the team news. Ole's just had his press conference just this morning. He says that he's hoping that Nemanja Matic will be fit for tomorrow's game, but he's 50-50 touch and go. Pogba, McTominay and Rashford still out. All three of those are pretty much out for the entire season, unfortunately. There's no specific injuries from Sunday's game. Martial and Maguire came off early, so they're going to be starting for sure, and they're going to be fully fit. Mata and James completely rested, which is fantastic. Greenwood played the first full 90 minutes against Tranmere, which I think is, when we look at our starting 11, that might feed into why he doesn't feature. Fred will be definitely in the starting 11. Wan-Bissaka and De Gea are confirmed to be coming back as well. Now, I think what the interesting thing was from the game was at Tranmere was the change of shape and the change of formation, because he wasn't playing 3 at the back or 5 at the back for Tranmere. No, was he?
No, it wasn't. No, it was when it came out. Like the lineup came out for Tranmere, and just Twitter went into a meltdown about the formation. And I don't see the problem like trying new things. Like I say, we've done it before, but you know, it's obviously laying a foundation for Wednesday, and I think it could work. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Everybody's like first thing was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, like 5 at the back for Tranmere.
Well, firstly, why is Phil Jones starting for Manchester United in 2020? That's a very valid question. That's something we should be discussing. But 5 at the back at Tranmere, and I think it became clear that this was obviously just a trial run for what we can assume is this game, but also for games going forward in the future. If it's not, and we end up playing a 4-2-3-1 against Manchester City again, I don't know what's going on.
No, that's where he gets questioned a lot, though, isn't he, tactically, Ollie? And it's a shame to see, like you said, if we don't go with the 3 at the back against City, then I don't know what Sunday was for.
Yeah.
But if we does, then it's going to be a bit more attacking as such, I think. Anyway, I think we're more attacking with wing backs.
It was nice to win by 6-0. However, I think we're going to be on the receiving end of that. Let's have a look at our starting 11. There we go. So we have gone for De Gea in net, a back 3 of Shaw, Maguire and Lindelof, Williams, Matic, Fred, AWB there, Mata, Martial and James. Now there's a few big calls in that. Firstly, the formation, not a 4-2-3-1. We just gone out on a limb and we thought, he played against Tranmere, reckon he's going to do it again.
Yeah, we look good as well. Do you know what I mean? I know it was only Tranmere, but
are you going to get slated for that now? That'll be clipped up as well. That'll be on our context.
No, I'm used to being clipped up by now. But we look good at Tranmere. Granted, 21st at League One. I know that, but you can only beat what's in front of you.
Absolutely,
and we did that well. Yeah. On that horrendous pitch. So I don't see why we shouldn't go for this formation.
I agree. I think he's absolutely going to start it, and I agree with what you said earlier that we look so much more attacking, ironically, with wing backs. And I think one of the major reasons for that is that young man Williams, who has come into this team and made the left side, left back, really his position. Yeah, he's forced Luke Shaw to
a centre back
change into a centre back role. Ironically, I think you're going to see Williams driving forward, and if we get anything out of this game, or if I just want to see a good performance, right? Let's get it right. Let's get it right now. We're probably not going to win. But I want to see a really, really good performance. Go out there and win 2-0, 1-0 at City. Why not? Williams driving forward down the left into the box will be crucial to link up with Martial down that left-hand side, I think. Yeah. Because we only have a front 2, really, of Martial and James.
Yeah. And obviously James isn't an out-and-out striker. No. So he's going to have to be carried a little bit by Martial. And obviously question marks on whether Wan-Bissaka can actually get forward and do the job as a wing-back. But against... who was it against? Our last game? Oh my God, not Tranmere, the one before that.
Liverpool.
Yeah. No,
was it? I think so.
Anyway, he played and he was mint going forward. And
Burnley.
It was Burnley. There we go, Burnley.
I wiped that from my mind because it was that harrowing.
Yeah, it was...
so there you go.
It was a horrendous performance, but Wan-Bissaka looked like our only threat going forward. So
Yeah.
I think you can do that job at right.
And I think
right
we've
wing back.
thrown Mata in there as well. Mata didn't play at all against Tranmere, and I think that was to rest his legs. I think Mata is, and this is saying something about the state of our club at the moment, is our best player in that number 10. Now, if we're playing counter-attacking football, he doesn't suit that. And we're going to be on the back foot for this game. But if we have wing-backs, Mata can hold the ball a bit more. He doesn't have to be, because Williams will be running alongside him, and Wan-Bissaka will be running alongside him. I think Mata makes sense in that position. He's the only type of guy who might be able to pick out a pass. You might even see Mata, ironically, drop a little bit lower than what you expect to feed those balls forward to the runners of Martial and James.
Yeah.
He's going to play Pereira, though. He is. Because he's going to think, I could play Lingard, but he won't create anything at all. Or I could play Mata, but he won't run as much. I know what I'll do. I'll get a guy who does both really badly and play him.
And put Pereira in.
And I feel for Ole in many situations, but I don't get that. So that's our starting 11. It's probably going to be wrong. Luke Shaw at centre-back was so bizarre. But look, of the performances at Liverpool, which were bad, Shaw wasn't the worst and looked okay. So, which is why I think he's something that you've just got to throw in that situation.
Yeah, and obviously we are short.
We
have centre-backs. A decent centre-back.
Are you going to have Luke Shaw or are you going to have Phil Jones?
I'd rather go with Luke Shaw.
Do not say Phil Jones. I would have said, right, that was the 3-point preview. Thanks very much.
No. It's got to be Shaw over Phil Jones every day.
Yeah, exactly. When Bai's back fit, you'd hope that he makes his position, but you can't throw him in for his first game.
No, but that's something that I said a minute ago. That Ollie, that's Ollie all over, isn't it? Oh wait, actually, no, he's not played, but he's fit enough. Get him in, and they'll get injured again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For all we know, you're going to see Angel Gomez play, or you're going to see Garner thrown in there. You just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know anymore.
But look at that team. Compare that to the City team, which we'll come on to now, and it would have to be a miracle like that of Paris to do it. But we are, ironically, more capable of this than we are of beating Burnley at home.
Yeah.
Which is mental.
It's worrying as well, isn't it? It just doesn't fathom in my mind how it works. Like, we were good against City away, but then it came to the home game and we were absolute dog shit.
It's just awful.
The inconsistency doesn't. I don't get it.
Yeah. Opposition. Riyad Mahrez came off in the 53rd minute following a hard tackle against him. That's going to keep him grounded. That kept him grounded for a good few minutes there. I don't know if he's going to start, which is a blessing because Riyad Mahrez has been in a fantastic little run of form recently and really got back to being... He's probably playing his best football he's ever played now. Yeah. He's looked terrifying recently and he's really made himself a starting 11 player. But I reckon they'll rest him there, having that bad tackle. There's no point sort of bringing him on. João Cancelo also picked up an ankle injury against Fulham. He won't be playing probably. The big player, though, I'm going to go out and say it. Ryan, who wrote the notes, going out and say it, and I agree with him. Gabriel Jesus. He grabbed 2 against Fulham, and I think he will play again against Manchester United in the cup competition. Rest Aguero for the league or in the Champions League. Let Jesus go out and make a name for himself by scoring a brace against Manchester United, which I am terrifyingly worried is what's going to happen. Because Jesus has shown flashes of being very, very good. But because he's never had a run in the team, because he's never done it consistently, it's very easy to say he's not a good player. But he's capable of some fantastic football. And against a poor Manchester United team, this could be the game where he makes a name for himself.
Jesus gets in every team in the top 6.
Yeah.
He does. And obviously, it's only unlucky for him that they've got, Aguero.
Maybe not Liverpool, unfortunately.
I think it's a bit better than Firmino. Maybe. They do 2 different jobs.
I can't say that. Think Firmino in that role. Anyway, we're not talking about
anyway, yeah, no.
Scousers,
Jesus is obviously the big one, isn't he? If he starts, or whether they just set up to absolutely annihilate us, I don't know. But yeah, Jesus is one of the ones to watch.
I think Jesus will start, and I think he'll have a fantastic game. I think Phil Foden will start. I think he'll think he played Phil Foden didn't look that good for me against Fulham from what I saw of him. He lacks a final product. He clearly has a lot of talent and creative ability there, but I think he lacks a final product. And I think, you know what? They've won the tie. They won't. We're going to win. But in their heads, they've won the tie. Just give Phil Foden. Imagine Phil Foden goes and scores a derby goal against us.
Don't, mate.
It's going to kill.
Don't.
But down in Stockport, it's going to be even worse.
Yeah, he lives around the corner. Well, he used to live around the corner. His parents live around the corner for me as well. So no, I don't fancy that at all, mate.
Which, that's a possibility. So I think, City will play a weaker team that can still tear us apart. Bernardo Silva seems to love playing against United.
I know.
Absolutely adores it. And I think he'll do it again. I think Pep played a very, very nice team against us in the first leg of the round. And I think you'll see a very similar thing. Throw Gabriel Jesus in there. Maybe he'll drop Sterling because he's been poor.
He's not been great, is he?
He's not been great. He needs a little rest. But we'll see what happens. I mean, this is, when you compare the opposition and what we're placing, this is a task of mammoth proportions.
Oh, massive! Because obviously every single one of their players gets in our first 11.
Yeah,
every single day of the week, doesn't it? So it's going to be it's a big job. It's a big job on.
Zinchenko doesn't get past the best left back in the world. So
Williams. To be fair, Williams and Wan-Bissaka are probably the only two that are a little bit better than everyone else. But
and then after that, Maguire goal. I mean, Maguire's probably the best centre back in the world.
Well, he's the most expensive one. So automatically pushes him to the top, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Right, I want to watch for Manchester United. It's Pastor Fred. When we have massive games on our hands and we do well in them, he's the guy who has to step up and do well in them. He played well against Liverpool, frankly. I think he didn't have much going on in front of him, which tells you just how bad Rashford is missed. He didn't have anybody protecting him, which tells you just how bad Scott McTominay's missed. I think Fred, if we get anything from this game, is going to be massive. His legs are going to be needed in midfield, running back and forth, getting the ball at breakdowns, distributing it up the other end of the pitch super quickly. He has to become a big game player for Manchester United if we want to even consider getting top four this season, if we want to consider winning an FA Cup or Europa League. If we somehow get something from this game, if we have a good performance, which is what I just want to see us do, go out there, leave our heads held high, Fred will have to have a massive one.
Fred's been that guy for the last couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Like say Liverpool, he was decent, even though we were poor, he was good. He stood out in the last couple of games for me anyway. And he just switched it on all of a sudden like he was absolutely dreadful. I think the only thing he needs to stop
really
doing...
bad.
The only thing he needs to stop doing is shooting. He can't shoot.
He has 1.8 shots a goal. Shots on goal. Sorry, he has 1.8 shots during pretty much every single game, and he doesn't hit the target in any of them. No. I was there to see one of his only goals, the Wolves one, last 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I was there actually. Yeah, I was there actually seeing that one,
which was lucky because the goalkeeper was crap. He just needs to stop shooting, doesn't he? And I don't know why he stands over free kicks like he's going to be taking it.
Yeah, you're not taking it.
You're not taking it, mate. Especially if Matt is going to be on the field.
Exactly.
I mean, this is it. Let's talk. We could. How do we win this game? Let's do like a storyline of how we win this game. Early goal, straight from the off.
It needs to be an early goal, and then I think we're going to need to soak up pressure for a good amount of time.
We go out within the first 20 minutes. The ball comes free, like defensive error. John Stones watches it fall behind him or something. Martial picks up the ball, just one-on-one, slots it away. Okay, everybody starts thinking, oh, what's going to happen here? Soak up pressure. Then, before half-time, Fred fouled on the edge of our box. Won't matter, top corner. Okay, it's 2-0. Now it's not outside the realms of possibility.
No. I think the best way of winning this game, get it to extra time and see how it goes.
I mean, this is all fantasy. Because what's going to happen is we'll concede within the first 20 minutes. We'll then concede again before half time. We'll score after half time, get our hopes up, and then we'll concede another 2 and we'll lose the game 4-1.
Optimism for you.
No. I'm going to still sit there with my hands in my mouth, biting away, watching, shouting at the TV, and convinced. If we're in it, if we have scored, if it's 1-0 with 10 minutes to go, why not? 2 goals, that's easy. Throw Ole on, he'll score 2 for you in the last 90th minute. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming along and watching. Make sure to follow us here on Twitter, subscribe. Go over to that United family, give them a good subscribe, making good content over there.
Yeah, we're doing all right, yeah. I'm not going to big myself up too much.
We got you. That's why you're here.
Yeah, we're fucking ace. No, come over, subscribe.
Go on their Twitter, you can see a picture of him naked.
You actually can. Have you not seen that?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah.
So
all
that's the sort of stuff that they're doing over there. I don't want to know. But all right, cheers, lads. See you later.